Okay. Hi, Louise. Hi,
Hello.
everyone. Hi. So we're here, Louise and I, as part of Resounding Earth and Peace Trails, to speak about and introduce the sound weaving and the sound weaving as a concept, as an experience. Sound weaving is really working with the vibration that everything is based on through sound to create and weave vibrational fields through which we reach greater states of coherence, which means that self-healing can take place spontaneously and things, the body can start to relax and expand, and the space can change, and a lot of things can shift spontaneously just through reaching a state of coherence. Spontaneous healings, relaxation, and other things can occur. But we're now just going to, hey, what is your experience, Louise? And maybe I'll say a little bit more also about, Heather and I started weaving with sound quite a long time ago. I started a very long time ago in 2002, I think. And it developed itself over time with different instruments. And the sounds, the different instruments weave together. And so we've been doing like public sound weavings where we go literally, it's like a concert, but it's not. It's an experience. And then also individual sessions, like where we create a vibrational field, which is just specific for what somebody might be asking for. So we're going to talk about both of these. So thank you, Louise, for joining me today.
It's a pleasure.
Cool. So you've been experiencing both. You've been experiencing quite a few sound weaving that you've organized or taken part in, where either me or Heather and I have been playing, like either in a church or in a hall or in a space, weaving the strands, co-creating the sounds together, like including the spirit of time, the spirit of place, and everyone who's in the space to bring about greater coherence. And maybe I should say coherence is a physicist term that means like every atom, every molecule, everything in the space comes into its greatest harmony and space of contribution in the whole.
Mm.
So, yeah. Cool. So, Louise, would you like to just speak a little bit about your experience of a sound weaving event?
Yes, absolutely. So I've experienced your sound weaving, you and Heather together, with groups of people in different circumstances. So both live, maybe sitting around in a circle with a group of people, and online. So I mean, they're both beautiful. What I particularly love about when we join you online is that it gives me the opportunity to lie down on the floor and receive the sound weaving in a completely relaxed state. So what I tend to do is lie down and just open myself up to receiving the sound weaving, the vibration of the sound, as fully as possible.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Like you can totally just receive it. Sometimes people actually lie down in a physical space as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And then what I find is that I experience the sound weavings in two almost quite distinct ways. So there is definitely the physical receiving of the vibrations of the sound weaving. So I will experience sensations in my physical body. And sometimes they're like a spontaneous realigning or shifting of something which allows energy to flow, and it can be quite a marked almost jumping in the body as the energy comes through. And other times I will experience it as the vibration is getting into somewhere that's in that moment, or on a longer term basis, just experiencing some kind of knotting up of energy, some kind of tension or something locked in that's being that the vibration is finding. So
so you're saying that the vibration goes to a place that is not, that has been knotted and locked up.
Yes. And then what I do with my own practice is to breathe and expand and allow that to be spacious. And either in the moment I feel that the blockage has been dissolved, or it will take a few more listenings. So I will always listen again, quite often several times, and sometimes over and over again, over a period of weeks or months, if a particular sound weaving really resonates with me and how to describe what I mean by that.
Like it creates, it touches something in the body or in your field.
Yes.
It's like what I'm hearing you say is that, if a sound or a particular weaving actually touches something that's locked somewhere in your system, whether it's the body or the field, something comes into motion. Is that correct?
Yes.
Something comes into motion, and so it's either through the first listening it starts to move, but if it's something that's more deeper seated, it's as if it takes longer, but it starts with the first one. And then if you have a recording of it, it's really, really a really helpful tool to allow it to go deeper to the other layers and levels of where that blockage is, or whatever it is.
Yes.
It can be a trauma or a whatever it is in the body that's locked.
Yeah. And interestingly, I mean, that's one aspect of the group weavings. And actually with the group weavings, I experience that aspect less than I do with the one-to-ones, which I'll get onto in a moment. But the other aspect of the group sound weavings that I more often experience is receiving visions and light impressions, kind of downloads of knowing it, or knowledge is the best way I can think of it. That happens
Cool.
fairly regularly with those group sound weavings that you do, that tend to be around either a particular theme that's coming in, or like with that I'm thinking of the what else is possible weaving that you did after the Iona retreat from St. Orans, or they tend to be connected with the energies of a particular time of the year, you know, the quarters and the cross quarters. And I've experienced very profound just visions, perceptions that have also helped me, I suppose, make sense of what's going on the planet universally. So in that respect, I've really experienced the co-creative aspect of sound weaving, in that I think those experiences really are generated by the vast breadth of the energies that are coming into the space to be expressed through the instruments and your voices. So it's quite I was going to say different. Well, I mean, it is. There's those two things going on at the same time for me very often in the group sound weavings.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Shall we talk a little bit about the one-to-ones?
Yes. Yeah.
Because in a one-to-one weaving, what happens is that you would basically say to me, "This is what's going on for me, and I would like assistance with this or this or this." And we would kind of go like, okay, what is the fine-tuning? What kind of vibrational pathway can we create so that you can, so that whatever is this level here that you're at, and you would like to be over here, so, and whatever is in between and that doesn't allow you to be here, that the vibration basically allows that to kind of shift and change, so that you can, the vibrational field literally takes you there.
Yes.
And whatever is in between can
dissolve,
align,
or align. Yeah.
Change.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very focused experience, you know, with that process at the beginning of fine tuning what is the field that we're inviting into creation with the one-to-one.
Wow. Can you speak of a very particular experience that you've had of what has changed through a one-to-one sound weaving from before and after?
Yes. I mean, I think it was probably the first one that we did, the first one-to-one that I had was, I mean, and it must be a couple of years ago, was very specifically around shifting trauma patterns. Wow. And I worked with it really intensively alongside various other things that I was doing. And my perception was that it was the sound weaving, it was the vibrational work that was really facilitating things to shift. Cool. So along with my own awareness and kind of processing practice, but it was the sound weaving that was loosening up those places so that they could actually be released out of the body, and at the same time I would get some kind of either emotional or mental understanding of what was happening, and then I could process that and release that and clear that in whatever way. But the key thing is the sound unlocking it from the body. So I used that particular sound weaving, I mean, really intensely. I used it every day for probably 3 months. And then I used it, periodically.
And what do you feel the difference? How would you describe the difference from before and after the 3 months? How did you sense yourself different? What was showing up?
Well, there was more spaciousness, and I would say actually it's over a longer period of time. So I used it intensively for that period of time. And it got me through a very intense period of clearing. And what I was going to say is that actually recently something else was popping up, and I listened to and that sound weaving popped up into my awareness. So I listened to it again, and actually it came in on a whole nother level, and it both on a personal level of clearing, but also it came in to do work on another level as well.
Fantastic.
So yes, that was just how actually the one-to-one sound weavings, they start, in my experience, they've started as a very personal intention, but then actually the field of them grows the more you use them, and they have that potential to actually then work on a much broader level as well than one-to-one.
Wow. So are you saying that you felt that somebody else was able to shift trauma, or it shifted a trauma pattern for others, or for...
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
On a global level. Yeah.
Brilliant.
But for me, the sort of before and after, I mean, in that particular case, it's definitely assisted me in moving through and beyond some pretty deep-seated and profoundly, embedded trauma stuff.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Which is a relief,
Yeah.
You
feel a lot lighter than...
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I do. I feel much more spacious, much more myself. I'm having experiences now of really recognizing myself, which might sound like a strange thing to say, but actually recognizing that I'm being myself.
Yeah, fantastic.
that this is me. When you're in a traumatized state, you don't really realize that you're not being you. It's one of those things that you see it after something's finished and you've stepped into a different way of being.
Yeah.
And I would definitely attribute the shifting power of most of that came from sound, came from working with sound, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Louise.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I think we'll leave it there to...
Okay.
Relatively short and easily accessible, but thank you so much. This feels great. This kind of little impression of what sound weaving can do, and create and change.
Yeah.
And that it can be a total tool for change and transformation and healing. So,
No doubts.
yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, if you want to find out more, I guess go to www.peace-trails.com. Cool. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you so much, Louise. I'll see you on the other side.
It's a
Ciao.
pleasure.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Bye.